In the fall of 1992, September, brother Ian, who was 36 years old, and father, who was 68, took a few weeks trip to the UK to visit places where he lived as a young boy and a young man, and as well visit folks he knew, visit some cousins, John Bowden and his wife Janet, and various other places of interest. This clip focuses in on their visit to Brentford and Twickenham areas where father grew up as a young boy. Brentford is roughly 14 kilometers from the London city centre. At the bottom right, father's grandparents lived nearby to where he had his first home. This would be my great-grandparents. Dad lived at 29 Brook Road South on the corner in this photo, and across the alley on the street opposite lived his best friend, Frederick James. Here are father's grandparents, Arthur and Rose Wallis. The photos taken somewhere in the late 1800s, maybe early 1900s, and they lived at 4 Grosvenor Road.
Grosvenor Road, and it's number 4, and this is where Dad's grandmother, or my great grandmother, lived.
This photo was taken approximately 1920, and it shows father's parents, Edward and Jessie Wallis, and Aunt Jessie, in the backyard of 29 Brook Road. Dad was born on February 7th, 1924, and lived at 29 Brook Road South until 1931 when this photo was taken. Here he is with sister Jessie at 18 and brother Eric at 9.
Okay, it's September 24th, but it's 5 after 11 in the morning, and we have arrived in Brentford. This here is where Dad was born. It's number 29 Brook Road South.
Behind Dad's house was an alleyway that led to Frederick James' house on Maffican Road. This was Dad's best friend growing up. This shows Dad's house and the alleyway and the location of the 1920 photo of his father and mother. This is Frederick Henry William James, who I'm named after, who married Ethel just prior to being shot down and killed over Europe during a bombing run.
This is Maffican Avenue, which is behind Brook Road, and where Freddie and myself used to play football in the roadway. This is where you learn your football, because there was no cars then, and there used to be a lamppost which has now been moved. It was gas, and that was one of the posts. Now that's Freddie's place. Number 22 here downstairs was Freddie and Ethel. Photography, but I'm right up on this.
Yeah, this is Google Street View of the same house, and a great shot of the alleyway that comes out beside Freddie's house.
You're going to take a picture down there? You kept your cold. And there used to be a back door over there and the fence where there's shed. He used to put a shed there, but there was nothing in there then. And of course, there used to be a stairway up the back to the upstairs. And and you can see it on some of the backs. This one's been converted to a house now.
This is Freddie and Ethel's backyard.
Gate into here where you could just go in and go up the stairs. And there used to be two little gardens either side. I thought we had this side. With Dad probably kept a ferret. Anyway, that's about it.
This is your house here then?
Upstairs there, yeah.
Okay.
It'll be that quarter in this case.
So that was that step there then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the back steps, fire step.
Okay. That's that. So we're walking along. This is.
So we're talking about 6 years of age and somewhere around about there.
Walk through here, and then down the alley.
Needing more space because the kids were growing up, the family moved to 66 Beach Avenue, not too far away, and he lived there for another 10 years until he was about 17 years of age.
Sign for Beach Avenue, and this is where Dad moved to from his previous residence where he was born. This is the house on the left where they moved to, 66 Beach Avenue, and the room above the door was where Eric and Dad bedroom was. Dad. And we'll go down, and there's your number 66. 66 Beach Avenue.
At age 17, the family moved again to 196 Twickenham Road. This is where my sister Diane, myself, and my brother Ian first met our grandparents in 1956. Here are my father's parents, my grandparents, outside of 196 Twickenham Road, approximately around that time, 1956, and here's a later photo taken around in 1970s.
Okay, we're at 196 Twickenham Road, and this is Dad's home around 1941, roughly, I believe. They moved into this home from Beach Avenue.